Hey, I'm Joseph, and I'm down here in my Bricklink store. I've been collecting Lego a really long time, and for over 40 years, actually. And in that time, I've amassed a large collection, and you find that sometimes in order to get things that you want, you have to sell things that you have. And so that's what we do here. We got a small portion of our collection that's in a Bricklink store. I found, thanks to other people like Bricks on the Dollar, who taught me how to put things in a one drawer, one lot, and that's why we use these stack-on containers. Uh, this is a great way to make things easy to find, easy to pick orders, and things like that. And well, I'm going to answer a couple of questions. Both of these questions are from Mardi Gras Man. I also got a letter I'm going to read in the middle of that. It's from Who Doesn't Love Trains, and this letter will also be featured again on my other channel, Trains Are Fun, in the next video I do there. But the questions we're going to be answering in this video about Bricklink is a lot of us that have stores, we use these to rob parts, meaning I might be wanting to build a mock or another set, and I may have the parts I need already in my store. And I've done that a lot. And so Mardi Gras Man asked the question about how do you find pieces in your store that are in a particular set. And also he asked about using the stock rooms, because stock room is another thing I do. For instance, if I'm looking to piece together a set and I know parts in my store are in that set, I might put them in a stock room. Or the other problem is I don't have any space left to put the pieces from a set that I parted out in my store, so I can upload those to a stock room. So we're going to look at that in this video. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is show you how to find things in your store. And one thing that I'm doing right now, and I'm hoping to get it done in time for Brick Vibes video, but I may not, but I'm looking to finish completing a exclusive set, the Bat Pod. This was one that was only given to selected people. I did not qualify to get one of those. But the way to find if I have parts from that set is, first of all, you go log into Bricklink. So I'm already logged in. You go to my inventory. So it's under my store. Go to inventory. And when you get there, it shows all the items in your inventory, and they're arranged by sets, by parts, and things like. And you can change how they're organized by color, by item type, by year of release, and we're going to be doing by availability when we talk about stockroom in a minute. But what you want to do to find if you have pieces from a particular set, you're going to go down here to this Show More Options. And that is the key. That opens up so many more options. That's the reason it says Show More Options. All right, so you got all these other options that show up here, but one of them that you want to do is actually down below that. Is Parts from Set. Now, the one problem with this is it really doesn't work with gears, but you can type in a set number and see what parts you have. And like, oh, let's do this. This is the Millennium Falcon, the new one, because I still haven't put all the parts from that set in my inventory. But we'll just go up here and hit go, and this will show you I have 581 lots. These are different items that are in the new Millennium Falcon. They're in my store. So if I was wanting to piece that set together from my own collection, I could just take all those pieces right back out and start building the Falcon. But a lot of the expensive parts have already sold. And then obviously some of these, the part is in the set, but not in this quantity, because some of these came from other sets. Like there's not 431 of these dark bluish gray plates. So that's how you do it. And like for instance, like I'm doing the Bat Pod. Again, I got to do Show More Options. Sometimes I wish that would stay open. The Bat Pod I think is 500. Yeah, there it is, 4590. I just hit the return key, and it shows 90 lots in my store. That are the Bat Pod. Now, sometimes you may have duplication here if it's like used items and things like that, but these are different Bat Pod items. And most of these I've already taken out to put towards the Bat Pod. Like here's an example. These the little claw hand is, I got some new ones and some used. Why is the used one more expensive? I need to I put it 50% off to get the price down, because some of these prices were way out of whack and I've had to fix them over time. But these are different parts that are in the Bat Pod. So I still got quite a bit of the different parts, And I have recently added some parts, so I got to double check my inventory of what I've actually need. But you could get a lot of the parts for the bat pod, in my store. Now here is a thing at the bottom, and this will tie in with the next question about stockroom. All right, so you make mistakes uploading things, and I typed the drawer number wrong on a few items. So I have about 3 or 4 at least that I know of that are missing. So basically, this is why stores in the real world, not just Bricklink, they do inventories to verify the inventory of what they have, because mistakes are made when orders are picked, or when orders or pieces are added. Like for this one, this black hinge plate, there's only 12 of them in my store, but I don't know where they are. So I had to put them in stockroom. So I just went over to the column here, stockroom, and you have a option to set up multiple stockrooms. So those are in the stockroom until I find them. So what I'm doing is I'm searching through all of my drawers. I'm looking for numbers that are missing, because I got 1 to 4,000 or whatever, 3,800 and something, plus all the different boxes. So I'm searching through those until I find one that doesn't have an assignment, and it may be this piece. But in the meantime, I actually found some other pieces. But before we finish talking about the stockroom, I do want to get to this letter that I have from Who Doesn't Love Trains. So let's do that. All right, so this letter is from someone I actually met at Philly Brick Fest, young man there that hang out both days when we were there, and he sent me some these cards, and I'll talk a little more about more of that. But this is from Who Doesn't Love Trains, who also follows me on my other channel, Trains Are Fun. But it says here, Dear BrickTsar, I thought I'd return the favor from when you gave me the Adventures Henry. That's a Thomas and Friends toy, for those that don't know, at Philly Brick Fest. These cards are only made in England, and I got them at the Atlanta Brick Company in Noonan. Sadly, I've not been to the Atlanta Brick Company. It's south of me. That's interesting that you got to go there. It says, oh, and for Trains Are Fun. So these are for both BrickTsar and Trains Are Fun. I hope you do a video with Duck pulling the express coaches you just got. Oh, I see what he's saying. He's saying, and for Trains Are Fun, we do a video with Duck. That's another Thomas and Friends character pulling the express coaches you got. So we're going to do a video over on Trains Are Fun. For those who don't know what he's talking about, be a good opportunity to go check that out. But he's got, there's got Thomas and Friends and Percy. And it's from Who Doesn't Love Trains, Jonathan. Thank you, Jonathan. So these cards are Create the World cards. So I've not ever seen these. And he says these were only available in England. They're from Sainsbury's. I wonder if that's like a store. I am not going to open these in this video. I'm going to hold on to these for a minute. And y'all tell me what should I do with these. I want to thank you, because this is actually something I knew nothing about. So thank you, Jonathan, Who Doesn't Love Trains. I really appreciate that. It's really nice to get that letter. And if you want to send a letter, that's what I prefer, letters, send them to the P.O. Box in the description below or on my About page. I love reading that, and people are always asking for shout-outs and stuff, but if you want me to mention you, just send me a letter. It's easy. It only costs a stamp. But let's get back to the stockroom question now from Mardi Gras Man. So I found, while I got you on camera here, so I found these in a drawer, but I also, when I was going through, I actually had these are the same part. They're in 2 different drawers, but these were lost and I didn't even know it. And there's probably several hundred in there. There's probably at least 200, because there's 15 in this drawer. And so I found these by just going through drawer by drawer, looking at my inventory and finding drawer numbers that were missing in my inventory. So I've only done a few hundred drawers. I got over 3,700 drawers to do. But let's get back here and talk more about stockroom. All right, so you go back. I'm back at the home page for Bricklink. Go to my store, and you want to go to, well, I have no orders placed. Go back to, let's see. Oh, I want to go to the settings. We're going to go to store settings. And when you get to the store settings, what you want to do is go all the way down to the bottom. Let's see, management, I think it is. Yes, and then when you get down to the bottom, scroll down, it's got store inventory options. You want to enable multiple stockrooms. Now you can have just one stockroom, and for most people that is fine. But I just wanted to show this feature of the stockroom. You can have multiple stockrooms, and that's for this application where I'm uploading an entire inventory of a set that I've parted out. Like I've parted out multiple copies of a particular set, and I want to upload it, but I don't have anywhere to put it. I could place it in one of these stock rooms temporarily. Let's go and look at my stock room. So you go back to inventory, and here, this last column, you can search by availability, and this is, it shows you available. So these are items that you can see, the public can see. Stockroom is items that are not for sale. So when you click on them, they'll be highlighted in red, and these particular ones are in stockroom A. So a lot of these are instructions that I've packed away, sets that I've either already parted out or are going to part out. So there's a lot of things in my stockroom, and I kind of use that to help keep me aware of what the value of some of the things that I have that will sell eventually, or just I've lost. So like I said, if I go back to my inventory, I'll just show you this. You can search by remarks. And so what I do here is I'm going to search by keyword lost. And these are two that I know for a fact are lost. I got others, but these are ones that I went to pick, and they didn't have the correct drawer number, so I had to put them in the stock room until we find them. So we're going to be going through drawer by drawer until we find them. But it gives me this is a good way to do some error correction on the inventory and find these missing pieces. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to find some other things that are out of place or the quantities are different. All right, so one more thing I'm going to show you. And this is the thing with BrickTsar. I'm not actually going to do this all the way through. Perhaps in the future we can do a more detailed inventory. But we've parted out 4 copies of this Octane Grand Prix truck or something. I forget what the name of it is. 60025 is the set number. And I got all the parts and the quantities that I've had. I've gone through and made sure I've removed duplicate items and things like that. And the reason everything's blue here is because I've selected all. So I can, if I click here, it changes that. But this is how you upload an entire inventory. So I've put it on BrickStock. Probably need to do another tutorial on this, but I'm going to export it, and we're going to export it mass upload XML. That's the type of file to clipboard. But before I do that, I need to make sure I select everything. So it goes to edit, select all. So I'm going to upload everything. Now we go to file, export, mass upload, and what this does, it opens up Bricklink, and you copy. What it does is actually put that on the you copy and paste, and you're just going to paste it. So that's the XML file. So really long, kind of HTML looking XML. See, markup language or whatever. I want to apply the new prices that I set everything to. And see, I'm going to put these in a stock room. I'm going to put them in stock room B. All right. I'm just going to see what this looks like. Then you hit verify. So what this does, it shows all the parts in that set, and it shows them being in stockroom B. But the problem with this is that we'll also consolidate with, these are ones that are actually in my store. The ones that don't say consolidate would be new items in my store. And so actually I think this is going to put it, oh, this is perfect. I think this is exactly what I want it to do. This is exactly what I want it to do. So the ones that I have in my store will show up under the new remark. The other ones will go into stockroom B. That is great. So the stockroom B items will be items I've already have them, but we don't have an actual drawer to put them in. But now we'll be able to make sure that they're not going to just be sitting there for somebody to buy, and then we got to go through all the trays looking for the part. This is great. So that's one use of the stockroom. So I can upload this now, And the parts that are already in my store, like these 2x2 dark bluish gray plates, I can just go put those in the cup with the others. And the other stockroom items, I can leave them until drawers come available, and they won't be visible to other people. Or I could make a few of them visible, like we sometimes set a tray on the table with parts that don't have a drawer. And if you see no remarks, then my wife knows to look on that tray. But that's just one thing about the stockroom I wanted to show you. I don't know if that answers Mardi Gras Man's question, but it's just one way of using the stockroom. I'm actually not going to go through with hitting this button here right now, though. All right, so I want to thank Mardi Gras Man 23 for the question. I hope that answers some of your questions about Bricklink, about looking for parts if you have a store that are in your store. Unfortunately, that same thing does not work for looking at somebody else's store. That would be really cool if it did, and if you know of a way of doing that, let me know. So far, the only way I know to do that is to put all those parts from a particular set in a wanted list, and then searching by your wanted list in a store. But you can also search your wanted list in your own store, but it's easier to use that feature we just showed you in this video. And I hope that also explained a little bit about stockroom. If you want to know more details about it, or if you have any pointers or suggestions for me, let me know in the comments below. Like I say, I use stockroom to keep things that I don't want to sell at that particular time out of the way, but I want to keep a record that I have them. So what do you use the stockroom for? Do you even use it? Did you even know that was a feature? And are you going to plan on using it? And I am going to be testing that out, what I just discovered using the multiple stockrooms, because I've never used the multiple stockrooms before, but I'm going to upload those parts and see. It's a good test, because I'm afraid I'll upload them and then they'll all go to stockroom, or those ones that I already have in my inventory, like in cup 13, which is right here. Those are those 2x2 plates. I'm hoping they'll still be available to the public, because I got like 15 trays of stuff over there I need to put in the store. I just don't have empty drawers. But I know it was a longer video. I don't really care. I'm just doing this for fun. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you who doesn't love trains for the cards, and we'll see you again over on Trains Are Fun. But that's all for now. Be sure to subscribe if you want to know more about Lego and Bricklink and all that kind of good stuff. And I'm hoping to also very soon get up one of our crazy eBay auction videos up again, because I found some more crazy ones. So hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you in the next video. And why am I doing this constantly? I don't know. I'm just tired. See you guys. Bye.